Chris Andrews, I'm the head coach at the Hartswood Impact Programme, working with the 16 to 19-year-olds. The programme is in its third year of existence. It was initially set up following a conversation with myself and the deputy head of Hartswood School. Watford Football Club were running a similar programme at a college in Watford, and off the back of that the school thought it would be a great idea if they could have something similar running here.
My name's Sam Mitchell. I work for Watford FC's Community Sports and Education Trust. The social inclusion project that I run is working in partnerships with local councils, with the police, so we find funding to put on football activities, other sports activities in local areas for kids that might not get the normal opportunities that other kids do.
Last season we had one of our players from this programme who signed for Watford Football Club and has made numerous appearances for the under-18 side and the reserve side.
So I mean there's quite a sort of natural process at the club. You know, we start with some tots and mini kickers, some real young people. When they get a bit too old for those schemes, they'll get passed on literature for community schemes like the one that I run. At that scheme we run 8 to 16-year-olds, so it will be in 2 separate hours the training. There'll be an 8 to 11-year-olds and then a 12 to 16-year-olds. And once obviously they hit that 16 age bracket, they might be looking to develop in a centre of excellence.
So anyone that's looking to coach and gain additional knowledge of football or perhaps football business, I think to be patient and start at a lower level and then be prepared to offer a lot of your time, volunteer, try and contact as many clubs as possible to see if you can go and watch certain sessions or go and talk to people within those football clubs. I think that's the quickest and the best way to gain some experience.
It has its ups and downs on certain days. Sometimes sessions can go just as you plan them and you'll come away buzzing as well as the kids, and sometimes things might not work and you might have to change things around. But I think certainly one of the highlights of being a football coach is knowing that you've walked away from a session, that it's gone well, and for some of the young people to come up to you and say that they really enjoyed the session and that they took something from the session.
The question that I would always ask as a parent taking their child there is, when they finished, has my son or daughter enjoyed it? What have they learnt from this lesson? Will they go back? And how will that benefit them in the long term? And if you can answer those questions, then I think the person who's delivering that session is doing the right thing.
In some situations there may be an element of luck, being in the right place at the right time, and some teams or players may not get the opportunities in terms of being picked up by scouts along the lines. However, like you said, there are opportunities for them to look at websites, like Watford Football Club have their own website, the Trust have their website, and we're not the only football club that run community schemes.